So I am Gina from the Metal Gods Meltdown, and I have with me Fotis from
Hi.
Under Siege.
Hi there,
Well,
Gina.
welcome, and thank you for this interview.
I thank you.
Fortress Under Siege album Atlantis is released the 9th of October, and already you're planning a new album, hoping to be released at the end of 2022.
Don't really think so that we'll catch up this date. The new album, which will be called Envy, is going to be ready on this month. I'm pretty sure that we will have the master on this month. So we'll try to find a good company deal after that, which I think it will take us a few months.
Okay.
No, if we're lucky, the sooner the better. But to be realistic, I'm not sure it's going to be on 22. Most probably on 23.
Okay. Just we'll wait a little more then.
Yes, always, all of.
Yeah. Can you tell us something more about the making of Atlantis?
Yes, even it's 2 years old now since its release. It was recorded on Deva Sound Studios, and it was produced by Fotis Bernardo and mastered by George Neragis. It comprises of 10 songs, and I think it's still it's a very good album. I hear it a lot, and I really like it.
Okay. My personal favorite is Seventh Son. Which song? Yes. Which song would you recommend to someone that hasn't listened to Fortress Under Siege before?
This is not an easy question because when you write the songs and you have listened to them and played them so many times, you're not very objective. It's better for a three-party to make a recommendation about the songs. But
yes,
if I think that the first song, Love Enforcer, is the most direct song and the easiest one for somebody to listen to. Also, there is no one direction on this album. I think each song has different things to say, and there are songs that are more direct, like and fast forward, more like Love Enforcer, and more technical songs like the one that you said you like the most, like Seventh Son, and more progressive ones like Silence of Our Words.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not an easy to say somebody listen this one and you listen everything about Fortress Under Siege.
Yes, that's true.
But I think that if somebody listens to the first song, it will have a good feeling about what he's going to hear.
Yeah, they should listen to it and then they can say what they liked most. But I like most of the songs anyway.
Thank you. That's good.
At what age did you first become interested in rock and metal and your first album ever owned?
We have to go very, unfortunately, back in time. I think it must be, I'm not very sure, but I think it must be, I think I was 11 or 12 years old, about 1982, 83. And my brother brought me 2 tapes. The one was Blackout, Scorpions, and the other one was Number of the Beast, Iron Maiden. And the first album I heard, the very first album I heard was Blackout. And, I was astonished. I was completely kicked out. And this was the beginning. And there was no turning back afterwards.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm
yes,
sure.
I know exactly what you mean. What do you feel has been your biggest accomplishment so far?
As a musician, you mean?
Yes.
Um, um, I would say that it is that I can write songs with the least effort, and I can do it. I can write songs. I can do it. I mean, I can write the song. I can write the vocal melody. I can create a song out of the blue with the least effort, um, and to be and very and being very happy about this. This is my really the biggest accomplishment. I feel. I feel
Yeah.
the freedom. I feel the freedom of doing that.
Yeah, and it's
Always,
also a gift.
always, I wanted. I was writing the song, and then I wanted the singer, the vocalist, to write the vocal melody, and I always felt dependent on that. Now
Yeah.
I can do it by myself. I don't know. In the procedure, I discovered that I don't need somebody to do it for me. I can do it for myself, and that's made me very happy.
Yeah, and it's also a gift if you can do that.
Yes, it's a gift, but also it's something that you discover for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If you try, maybe you can do it.
Yeah. Who would be your ultimate band to go on tour with?
Uh, it depends. I mean, if you're asking me what I do, what I really like, what is the best for the band commercially. I mean,
Um, both.
any band that is that's a touring band and can help Fortress and the Seeds to play in a bigger audience can do. A better selection about this. If you're asking me which would be my favorite band, there's no only one band for this, but I could say a lot. I've been King Diamond. I would like very much to tour with him because when I was younger, I really liked King Diamond. Um, Angra, Dream Theater. Dream Theater is a very
Yes, of course.
it's a school by themselves. All these bands and a lot of other bands. I don't want to say somebody and to some band a band and exclude another because it's not
Mhm.
very fair because there are so many good bands. But if I try to and bigger bands, but they don't tour a lot. I mean, Judas Priest or they're not the same bands as they used to be. So you know, it's not something that I would like. Not to have the same band uh, as they used to be, as they had the greatest lineup. You know, when we were hearing them as we were young.
If one of your songs could appear on a soundtrack or any film, which one would you choose and why?
I'm not sure. Maybe I don't know if the music is appropriate because to choose a song for a soundtrack must fit the music in it. So I cannot say about the music if it's appropriate. But I would like to put because I really like the first movie Conan, the first Conan movie, you know, with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
I really like this movie, even if we, I think it's the best of its kind and one of the best movies ever existed. And I really believe that the original soundtrack of Vasilis Polidouris of that on that movie is one of the best soundtracks ever done. So I would like to, and I wrote a song on Atlantis, trying to for this actually based on the story and of the movie, and trying to be as strict as possible concerning the feeling of the movie. So I
Mhm.
would like to put that song in that movie.
I would.
Just
Oh, that would be a great combination.
I mean, the song is Vengeance, and it's on our latest album on Atlantis.
Oh, I will check it out and I will watch the movie without sound.
And read the lyrics.
Yes. Uh, can you remember the first time you ever played live and how it felt to have all these people watching you?
Let me think. First time. First
Mhm.
time. Yes, I remember my first time. I had another band at that time. It was I was a school. I was at school then, and I was playing in a band called Gladiators. It was our first band after Fortress and the Siege. Actually, was the continuation of Gladiators with different members. Anyway,
Mhm.
and we had our first gig in the school, in a school nearby, and I was playing bass at that time, bass guitar, not guitar, not. Actually, I was playing guitar, but at that band I was playing bass because they didn't have a bass player, so they took me. Anyway, and it was great. We had a lot of people there, and it felt great. And it felt that great that, and I had I was so anxious because I was ill. I had fever, and the anxiety made me the fever drop, and I was able to play. The adrenaline, cured me, and and I played. That was cool, really great.
so, so the adrenaline saved you.
Yeah, save the king.
Nice. Uh, can you tell me why we should check out Fortress Under Siege live?
Sorry, why? Why?
Yeah. Tell me why we should check out your
Okay.
band live.
Because first of all, because you like the music. So if you like the music, you should check the band.
Mhm.
It's a good reason. And secondly, because you need to feel the energy of the songs you like in a live atmosphere. I
Mhm.
think it's enough, and to see if we can play what we can record. It's always
Yeah.
something that we have to prove, to play what we can record, because it's a different
Yeah.
band on the recordings and a different band when you play live.
Yeah, that's true. What do you guys want your fans to know about you that they might not know already?
Not known already.
Yes, maybe an addiction to chocolate or something. I have no idea.
Um, I don't have any addictions,
Mhm.
but I do play football and tennis.
Okay. Maybe that's something they didn't know.
Yes, and what else? Uh, yes, I'm a sport guy.
Hmm.
This is something that I could tell about myself, but I don't have an addiction anymore.
Okay. Any more? Yeah, of course.
No, I never had an addiction. Never.
Okay. We'll talk about it offline.
No. It's not a secret. You can
No,
talk
it's
to
okay.
me,
It's
but
okay.
I'm not sure you will discover many.
Can you tell me about your worst performance, if you ever had one?
Yes, everybody has a worst performance. Yes, it was my worst performance as a musician, not as a band. I was. It was when we reunited on 2011 and played our first gig after 15 years, and I was not very well prepared. If I can say it now, I can say I thought I was prepared, but I was not well prepared as a guitar player. I mean, first of all, the second I was really anxious, and I had a lot of stress, which makes your hand be very cold.
Yes.
And the stage had two big holes um, 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 on the ceiling, and this was they had the cold air coming out down from the ceiling. I had cold fingers. The cold air was not helping at all, and I really thought that I would destroy everything because my fingers were cold. But after a while, after some songs, 4 or 5 songs, I don't remember, it got better, and I really played well, and nobody understood that. But and if you see the videos, you could not understand the stress I was. I was in big stress, really. I thought that I would be, I will destroy everything.
Do you have any interests outside of music? Yeah, your tennis and your football?
Um, my job is quite interesting, and it can absorb it. It can absorb you. I run an art gallery with painting, so I'm interested about that, about art in general, and especially about painting. I like reading. I like movies. I like new things, nice things.
Yes, that's good. Is there any music style that you don't like?
I have to say that I find it difficult to hear to extreme styles of metal with growls.
Yeah.
I cannot stand growls easily. I'm sorry. I find it difficult for me. I don't like the Greek Oriental music. I don't like very much because I'm a little bit fed up with it, and it has to be really interesting in order to like it. I don't like the new styles like trap, like hip hop rap, trap. I don't like this.
Mm-hmm.
The new styles that people now are listening to with in bulks.
Do you have some final words for your fans and our viewers?
I would like to thank them for their loyalty and patience with us. I can say with I can say with strong belief that our new album is very good, and it's worthwhile listening to it, and I hope they will like it.
Well, if it sounds a bit like the one you made already, it's going to be amazing.
At least.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sure of it. So, Fotis, thank you so much for this interview. I hope to hear you when the new release is coming.
Thank you, Gina. Thank you
You're
very much.
very welcome.